Hi guys, welcome back to the Code Freak channel and freak out as you code. So now we'll continue with the grids section that we are actually doing from the past two videos. So you can check out the past two videos there on the top, or you can see it in the description below. So see that and then come back to this. Okay, so now we'll be doing some more grid functions. So let me add in some items here as such, some classes. So item 2, item 1. Okay, yeah, perfect. So I'll go into the style tag and then we'll use this properties here. So there is a new property, it is called grid row start. All right, so you can start these functions from one particular line and then go to another particular line. So before we see the function more in depth, I'll just explain you some small thing here. So we have row lines and we have column lines, as I'm showing you here with my mouse. So we have these row lines and we have these column lines. So this is called line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. In the similar fashion, we have line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4 based on whatever is the grid you have put in here. All right, so that's something which you can remember. Now let's start from, say we want this thing to go from the first line to the third line. So we can use this property here. We can start from the first line and then you can end it. So for that you again have grid row end. So you have grid row end, so you can end it maybe at the third line. Okay, I'll save it, then let's look into it. Okay, so I have not put in item 1, so we want only for the item 1. So what this did was it automatically put everything in like one line. So yeah, so make sure that you actually follow. So yeah, perfectly we got that. Perfect, it was good. So we got the first item 1 which filled in these two. So these are something which you can play around with the grids. Maybe you can get all the 3 also, that's also possible. Even 4, that's also possible. So maybe I'll put in 5 here and let's see what happens, just to show you. Yeah, so you'll get like this. Perfect. So you can make in stuff like that. So let's see for columns. So let me okay, let's see for columns now. So I'll do that for item 2. So item 2, let me select that, and then I'll start for the columns. So we have grid column start. So we have grid column start and we have grid column end in the similar fashion. So I want to start from 2 and then I want to end it at grid column end. So I want to end it at say 4 for now. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. So you can see the 4, this went all the way through, and then this is like that. I have made these auto. You can make it auto or FR, so it doesn't matter. So I made these auto, and I'll show you a shorthand which actually works out. All right, so let me just comment this out and then maybe show you the shorthand. So you can type in grid row. So for the grid row you can just use grid row. All right, and then you can put this thing, and then so there are 2 ways of actually using it. I'll show you both of them. So first we'll do the first way, that is 1 by 5. So you do that, it starts from 1 and then it ends at the 5th row. So you can I'll just refresh it. It should remain the same. So I'll make it 4 so that actually you can see that it works. Saved it. Yeah, perfect. So let me do that again, make it maybe 3. Yeah, so you can see that it went from 1 to 3. All right, that kind of looks nice. Now let us try out one more way that I'll show you with grid column. So these work for both. All right, so I'll just comment this and then I'll do grid column. Okay, and here I'll start from, so I'm starting from 2 and I'll say span 2. So you need to have a division sign or a hash sign here also. Then I'll put a semicolon at the end. So this is another way of doing it. It's a shorthand, right? See, it works. Works the same. So it spans 2. That means it starts from here, and then it spans to 1 and then 2. You can make it span 3 also. So yeah, let me save it. So now it should cover this whole area. So yeah, it does that. Perfect. Okay guys, so now we'll look at another property that is a shorthand for both of these combined. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Before that, let me make this maybe 4. Okay, I'll save it. So we have some good amount of stuff here. So now say I want to make this whole thing like this. Okay, so this much. So that will look actually really good, right? So that is the third item. So let me choose the third item. So item 3, I selected that, and then let me use the function called, or the property, sorry, the property called grid area. So that is the property which we use. So let me use that. Okay, so how grid area functions is that first you type in the row start. So it starts at 2, right? This is a 2. So then you type in the column start. So column start is also 2 in this case. And then you type in the row end. So row end is going to be 1 2 3 4. So it's going to be 4. And column end is also in this case going to be 4. So if I save it, and then let's look at what happens to E. So you got a nice brand. Okay, so let's continue and let's try to do something new, a little bit new from what we have done previously. I have deleted all the items that we had put previously because I wanted to show you guys something more interesting here. So now say actually we want to put a header like that, and then maybe a menu like that, and then something else, some stuff like that. So let me rename these things as header. The second one maybe menu. Third one maybe section 1. Then yeah, so then maybe this fourth one to be section 2, and then you have another section, or the ads section, advertisements, which you can have. So I'll make it ads, and then I'll have another section, section 3. Yeah, I can do that. So section 3, and then I have section 4, and I have a footer. So yeah, let's do that. So now what we can do is we can put all of them in such a way using another property called a grid template area. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this and use grid template area. So I'll select the item 1. So let me do that. Item 1, right? Okay, so let me copy and paste this a few times because we will require it for all the other items. So there is one more thing that we can actually do, that is called grid area. So we can use that property. So let's use the property, and then I'm going to name these areas. So you actually name these areas. So I'll call this area header. So in the similar fashion, I'll do that for all the others also. All right. Go to the grid templates here. So I want 4 areas. So 4 headers, sorry. So I'll do that. I'll type header. Okay, so you have to do this in quotes. So yeah, I'll type in header, then I'll give another header, yeah, and then again I'll type in header, and again one more header. Okay, then in the second line what you do, again you put quotes like that, and then inside that you type in menu maybe. So you want the first one to be menu, and the second one to be section 1, and the third one also to be section 1. Then after that you want yeah, section 1, and then maybe you want add section on the right side. So I'll do ads section there, or section 2 can be here actually. We'll try it out this way. So then actually you can go to new line again, or you need not actually go to new line, but I'm doing it so that it looks good. So what we can do here is we'll have again menu here, and then we'll have section 4 or 3, and then section 4, and then ads. Now let's look at how this looks when we refresh it. Okay, so this is how it looks. We have forgotten the footer, so it went out of the box. So we can actually go in and make another column, so something like maybe like that, and then maybe you can type in menu again. So maybe you want, if you want the menu to be there, so you can put in menu. Then you can put in the footer, so thrice footer, footer, and then once more footer. So I guess you are getting an idea of what I tried to show you here. That is, whatever layout you actually want here, you can put that in the same order. So I wanted header, 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 and then in the second row I want menu, section 1, section 2, ads, then menu, section 3, section 4, ads. You can see that's similar here, and then menu, footer, footer, footer. So that's how this looks, right? So it's actually kind of really interesting. If you want to make so for example, in your page, if you want to make this section go top, so you don't need to actually change the whole thing. What you do is you can just make this section 4, and then make this section 1, and then save it, section 4 here and section 1 here. So this actually helps a lot with respect to the grid functionality. So you can, maybe you like it when it's like this. You can actually make section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4 that way also, or you can make it section 1, section 2 that way also. So you can transform the grid as to however you like it to be. So that would actually bring out the best of the grids also. So yeah, that's it about the grid, guys. I think this would have actually shown you, a lot of about grids. So I think I'll end the grid CSS grid. So I'll see you again in the next tutorial. Bye bye, take care, subscribe, like and comment and share. Please do that for me.